Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of RimWorld. We are probably going to spend most of this episode focusing on prettying up these people's bedrooms. The bedroom, if I go to Stephen very quickly, does actually affect the mood, and having an awful bedroom in an ugly environment on top of an already depressive person, we're losing this low expectations buff off everyone. So now is probably the best time for us to actually focus on getting that all sorted. What have we got up here? We've got cloth. There's no space to haul that in. And is this all deteriorating? Yes, it is. That's alright, and we've still got plenty of stuff going on over here. And the tailoring bench. Yeah, so that's going to get through the cloth relatively quickly. I do feel like I need a bigger stockpile, but at the same time, knowing that these blocks are going to be used, in fact probably the granite ones aren't marble blocks. I suppose we could make some granite walls for whatever area we end up making next. Anyway, so we had finished mining out round here. Compacted steel is what we're primarily on the hunt for at the moment, so that we can finish doing the rearrangement of all this and splitting apart our electrical grids. Also, we do want to get coolers in here before another heat wave hits, but that's probably more of a long-term project, I'd say. In fact, I think we'd probably end up putting one in there and another one in down here. So we've got the heater and the cooler next to each other for temperature stabilization, and then the vents will carry it through to the other rooms. We could eventually put another heater and cooler there. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So the vents are going in. That's in order to keep everything nice and sorted. We've got a heater, cooler, yeah. Temperature stabilization. Let's put the speed back up. Marriage is on. Oh my god! They've got marriage in the game. Aww. Alright, well, we should totally put a marriage spot in. I actually saw that in one of the... It wasn't production. Maybe it was... No, it wasn't joint. Miscellaneous. There we go. I think if we have this as a kind of centralized area, that will probably work quite well. So we'll do the... In fact, no, we'll have the marriage spot over here by the Joy Fun Times. It's a shame that's actually just ever so slightly the wrong length. We'll put that there, and also we'll put the caravan parking spot here as well, so that they come in and everyone can have a party around that as well. Right, Des, once you're done with that, we need you back on the mining, really. Because steel is something that we need a hell of a lot of. We've got plenty of cloth, so there's good... Wait. I know you like doing the sculptures, but... Please stick to what I tell you. The hell? Maybe he was getting scared by something. Or perhaps I've got his crafting set wrong. Let's have a look. So there's... Yeah. We'll drop that down. We'll put your mining up. Cool, we have finished making all of the t-shirts. So our clothing problem is becoming fixed. I'm glad that we've managed to get that sorted sooner rather than later. There's you. Now you're digging at compacted steel. Good. Which compacted steel though? Oh, down there. That's not too far away actually. Oh, and we've got our electric crematorium built. Ooh, I didn't realise that you could specify details on these things. So when we're doing sculptures, I'm... Right. Ah, cool. So we could do gold sculptures, we could do jade, plasteel. So, right, we're going to take off steel for now. And yeah, you can use any of the stone blocks as well. That's fine. Requires 70 ingredients. Cool. And we can limit specific people, so it's only good ones that can do it. That is very, very awesome. Yeah, we'll leave that in. Right, so this can actually be anything if it's going to be a grand sculpture, but it's got to be by someone who's at least half good. And we'll get another grand sculpture in there. I didn't realise that you could do that. So on this, we can actually limit that to, yeah, you've got to have at least some skill. Don't cook with human meat. Don't cook with insect meat. Okay. I like the advanced setup. I hadn't actually realised that. Let's get rid of that actually. And what we'll do is we will add corpse cremation. And who is still awake? You're having a smoke leaf joint. Now you're resting. Can we... well, in fact, I wonder what that actually counts as. And who are you going to cremate? Are you going to grab those bodies over there? Okay, so maybe I should have moved that a little bit closer, but that's fine. We'll leave that as just an option for them to do as time goes on, I think. Right, how is the compacted steel going? Oh, he's making reasonable progress through it. That is going to be coming along quite nicely. And of course, as we make more and more sandstone blocks, these are going to get all finished off. How's this? Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of orders on that. Temporarily suspend that just to make sure you're focusing on the right ones. And yeah, we need 100 steel before Stephen can work on this up here. Gun turret research is done. This is going to be awesome. Right, let's pause this as we decide what the next thing to do is. It's fire foam. Oh, fire safety, fire retardant. Okay. I think we'll actually go right back to the start and start getting these ticked off. So, production, that's going to be under security. An improvised turret. Can't be directly controlled. Not particularly intelligent. That's alright. That's interesting in and of itself. Let's have a look at... Do we have anything extra over here? We've still got the high-tech research bench that we need to put down. But I think we're going to carry on getting steel first. And even though we are, of course, using this for the armor vests and helmets, we should get... Oh my god, solar flares. Turn off everything electrical. Well, I guess we can focus on the mining in the meantime. This area is quite warm, which sucks. If we had passive coolers in here, then that would be helping, but really we just have to hope that the solar flare passes quickly. It'll be gone in a day. We may lose a little bit of food. And that's rotting, so I kind of want someone to get rid of that. Right, the electric smelter. Let's see what we can do here. Smelt metal from slag. Yup. We'll just have this as a... Always do it. Always be smelting. I'm kind of curious to try out that heavy SMG that Haxton's got. It looks pretty nice. In fact, can we go into the gear and have a look at it? So the accuracy at point blank range is really good. Not so good, not so good, not so good. The Ranger actually is worse than a shotgun, but it will fire very quickly. That's really what the good thing about it is. I'm hoping it's going to be worth the money that we've spent on it. Now, are these actually charging up? No. No, the solar flare is stopping even the charging. It's a bit of a shame. There we go. So, the cooling's coming back on. We have lost a little bit of food, but overall, that wasn't too bad for us. I think I'm going to have to get rid of that rotting corpse. So let's allow rotten and animal corpses, and we'll set it as low priority. Who can we get to do that? Pan, you're going to go rest. Just get rid of that for us, please. A wild boar has self-tamed itself. Oh, cool. Okay, what's Kit wearing that's tattered? Ah, the cloth has suffered a little bit. You know what? I think we'll get that dropped. And yeah, tooks are on there. We'll move that. We'll prioritize these. We'll unforbid this so it can get hauled as well. Sleeping with a muffalo in the room, not like in the same bed. We've actually got quite a lot of animals at the moment. The wild boar can be trained to haul? Hell yeah! So we'll get that training for rescue and hauling. Wild boar training. Who'd have thought? So the good thing about training up the wild boar is we're going to be able to assign it a master, which it will then follow around and help. And wild boars are pretty nasty, actually, all things considered. If you went up against one in the wild, you would probably want to be running the other way, unless you're very, very, very good at combat. Or hunting, I should say. Yeah, food poisoning is not cool. There's no dirt in there. Getting all the harvesting going on, and of course more food is being prepared. That will be a cooler. Let's get... What does it need? It still needs more steel. Yolanda is being attacked by a grizzly bear. Where is the grizzly bear? Oh, there it is. Jeez, right, okay. Draft. Draft. And hammer draft. And... in fact, everyone draft. Oh no! The bear killed Yolanda. Right. So the grizzly bear is obviously quite ticked off. Hearing loss, gunshots, severe pain. Alright, it's gonna die before it causes us too much trouble. Haxton, a bite scar. Alright, we can get that tended too. Is that bear down? Alright, well let's mark it for hunting. We'll undraft. And get it finished off. We'll unforbid Yolanda so we can at least get some cat leather and cat meat out. But that is sad times. Alright, so Kit, let's get you tending to Haxton. We don't want any infections. There's your going and doing your mining. Good job. And undraft, please. Yep, there goes Yolanda. Cat meat on the way. Okay, research is done. Let's get some research done onto these passive coolers. We are flying through research at the moment because Kit is so good at this. I do want to get obviously the advanced research bench, but for now, this is going all right. We can get that cooler done as well, and then soon we'll be. In fact, no, get working on that. Who's got minor break risk? Pan, that's going to be bonded animal death, isn't it? Dead man's armor vest. Stop wearing... No, and no. So we'll unforbid that. And we'll unforbid that. Once they get hauled, we will forbid them properly. Hot, hungry. Oh, it's 30 degrees outside. Yeah, that's pretty bad. In fact, let's have a look over here at what we've got that really should be forbidden. We'll forbid those. We'll forbid those. Forbid those. I wonder, can you actually set specifically to allow or deny dead men stuff? I don't think you can. No. Alright, well, we'll just do it by hand. They're fine. That's not. That's not. That's definitely not. That one's okay. That's a big no. Just about. No. No. Anything that's bad or a dead person's thing, we're going to just go through and cut off. Yeah, 49%, that's a bit too far gone. Dead person's clothing. They're fine. That's alright. That's okay. And so on and so forth. Wait, a tortoise leather bowler hat. That's quite an impressive item. Yeah, these are dead people's things. Alright, that'll do there for the moment. As stuff gets hauled in, of course, we can double check on it, but Someone's left a joint on the table. Probably when I drafted everyone. It's Des that had the bonded animal. Yeah, oh, that's a real shame. Once this gets hauled, we need to forbid it, and the same with that one. And I think the armor vest has already been. Stephen, what are you doing? Oh, I told you to prioritize the generator. Well, as soon as you've got this hauled, I will clear your prioritizing and you can go eat. That's actually going to take up too much space for the billiards, isn't it? Can we reinstall it? No, we'll have to move the heater once it's done. Let's cancel it, and we'll put it somewhere else. So, temperature, heater, it can actually go over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. That will work nicely. Ah, okay, and we've got some alpacas as well. We are getting all of the animals. Oh my god, they're already having sweet, sweet alpaca love. They can't really be trained much, so we won't bother doing that. But cool. More potential meat. Dead for less than a day. Let's unforbid that. Just keeping an eye out for random bits of blood dotted around. Ark is going on a smoke leaf binge again. Does Ark actually have a problem? Ark does have a problem. That's fine. We can keep growing smoke leaf and keep Ark supplied with that. Chemical interest. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes go on drug binges. Cool, with this one finished off, we've got the cooler next on the production list, I think. Where is Stephen at the moment? Yeah, you're hauling steel around. That is a long way to go to get it. Probably the fastest way, but you're very tired and you're hot. You know what? We're going to get Stephen's bedroom looking nicer just as soon as we get one of those sculptures finished off. Stephen, we're going to actually put you on a full day of joy now. You don't have to work at all, unless you want to. You go rest up. Yeah, have a snooze, feel better about yourself. Okay, passive coolers are done. So we're going to get Devil Strand. It's a mushroom thing. No, let's go for coloured lights. We'll make things a bit more interesting. For temperature though, we do now have these passive coolers. Work by water evaporation, run out and self-destruct after several days. So they're not brilliant, but they're okay. Cremating bodies. Pretty cool. I mean, observed rotting corpses, not cool. But generally, the room is good. feeling relatively happy with everything. We've got cloth pants, we've got pigskin parkas. Overall, everything is ticking along nicely. And hopefully with 2 of these, we will be able to run this side of the colony without any difficulty. In fact, obviously it's going to be tomorrow once it starts properly stocking up the batteries. Right, so a local rat's gone mad. That is actually quite far away. And with everyone asleep, I'm just going to leave people sleeping. Now I'm not. The bringer of the messer have arrived. They're going to prepare, and then they're going to attack. All right, what have they got? Let's have a look. Wooden club, great bow, steel spear, short bow, wooden club, great bow, great bow. I am not worried about these guys one bit. We'll wait for them to get closer, and then we'll wake people up. I don't really want to disturb their sleep unless we have to. And we know that they're going to prepare for a while and then attack, so we can work it out. Oh, it looks like they're doing a little bit of hunting as well. Well, we can unforbid that. Nice that they're getting some food for us. They're trying to pluck up the courage, that's what they're doing. So Stephen's mood is getting a lot better. We'll take you off Joy now. So, copy, paste. Right, they are beginning their assault. Draft everyone. Let's get in position. Axton, Des, Ark, Pan, Hammer, Lachi, Kit, and Stephen. And we've obviously got that machine pistol that is going to be pretty damn cool. That wild boar. Does it have a bond? Doesn't say so yet. Its master is Ark, but it's not telling us that it is bonded to anyone in particular. Here they come. So they're going after the coolers. They're going to walk round before coming in rather than going through the doors. That is perfectly fine. That is exactly what we want, actually. Let's speed this up to get them in a bit closer. Alpaca, stand out of the way. You're going to get yourself shot. Alright, here we go. Take out the archer first. One down. Unforbid that. Mark you for stripping. Unforbid that. Mark you for stripping. Mark you for stripping. Unforbid. Right, they are running. Cool. We get a good steel spear out of this. And you're dead as well. That was pretty epic. Alright, we're gonna undraft you guys now. That was a good job, a very good job. Stephen is straight on the repairs. Right, that is a dead man's. She's going around stripping all the corpses. Just having a casual chat with Stephen while doing it. What are you doing? You know what? Let's delete these stockpiles now. And instead what we should do is we should make a stockpile over here. So, in fact, no, we'll just reappropriate this. So storage, this is going to have human-like corpses. Yeah, it can just have everything. Good colony defense, everyone. Well done. Ark's still trying to tame the, train the boar. A 38% chance is pretty reasonable, actually. They're moving the corpses across. Maybe not the best thing for mood, but at the same time, it will get it done, and then they can get cremated very quickly. In fact, you know what? Start getting these done, please. And you may as well actually just carry on doing each of these. Because they're going to need hauling across anyway. Definitely not a fun job. Corpse bile. Ick. Alright, Ark. You're done with that. That's absolutely fine. You carry on doing whatever it was you wanted to do. Good job cremating corpses. Yeah, get back on your smoke leaf binge. Oh man, that's... Even with the extra one, that still wasn't enough to push through an entire day. Well, we could get another one. Knowing that we have quite a high amount of electrical usage in this area, that probably makes sense, actually. And we'll probably get another battery up there. As for over here, we were going to... Let's rotate that. We'll have one there like that, two like that, and that one there. We'll get a copy of that over here. In fact, we can do... Oh, we can nearly do two. Not quite. Let's cancel that. And we'll actually get that with a little bit of space around it. Power conduit between the two. And this will eventually run this section. So let's get the power conduits running. Yeah, down the outside. Why not? I kind of feel like we should double wall it just to make sure. But once this is done, we can cut this off from here. And that'll, yeah, keep the dining room area nicely sorted. Yeah, he's playing billiards. Good job, guy. Okay, coloured lights research is done. Let's move on to refining. Or auto doors. Packaged survival meals. Okay, let's go through and deny these. That's shoddy, so that's actually fine to wear. That's normal, that's fine to wear. That's awful, that's fine to wear. Is there anything else that is new that's been hauled across? I don't think so. Yeah, so people can wear hats if they want. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a separate arms and armory area just over here. Let's actually get that designated now because we've got a hell of a lot of wood. We'll have doors like this. Floors will do wood floors for the moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to get shelves in here for actually holding the weapons. Shelves are pretty good because your people... In fact, we can have shelves for weapons across here as well. And then just insist that that area is all roofed. Shelves, you can pick up stuff from one space away. So if we do something like that... That seems kind of reasonable. In fact, let's cancel the middle ones. Oh, so close. Cancel that. It's because I've done it one space too small. Right, back to the architecture plan. So that across there like that. Cancel those. Cancel, cancel, wall. Cancel, cancel. Right. Build a copy. 1, 2, 3. Build a copy. 1, 2. Build a copy. 1, 2. I could do this so much more efficiently. And then the wooden shelf. Build a copy. There, there, there. And down the middle, in fact. Let's have these so they're actually positioned properly. There we go. That was a lot of palaver, wasn't it? Right. Expand build roof area. So we'll have roofs across there, and we'll also put some shelving out here. Now, shelves by default hold weapons. And that's going to do wonders for clearing out some of this space as well. Hey, he's just viewing the arts, stopping by, having a little gander. I like that. Oh, geez. What happened? Pan, did you fall over? Oh, you got stoned and fell over. Get your shotgun back. It's not a good shotgun, but it is a shotgun. Yeah, I think once we've got these builds done, we will start actually planning for some proper weapons rather than just using stuff that we've bought and co-opted, I want to say. Cool, so the battery area over here is actually getting done quite quickly. We must have done better with our resource harvesting than I thought. Yeah, that's going quite well down there, actually. Steven, you're just like disturbing Pan for no reason. You can be better than that, mate. Man, we have a lot of food that needs hauling. Good, you're prioritizing hauling the rice. And we are going to have supplies for days. Right, now for coloured lights, that was one thing I wanted to have a look at. So this is purely decorative. They're the same as the other ones that we've got, but they just add different colours. So we might do some like little decoration around here later. Really, we don't need to. What have these have for their storage settings? Oh. Okay, that's where the dead man's bit goes. Okay, one of our batteries is broken down. That'll be fine. We're not actually going to store any... in fact, let's allow armor vests and helmets. And we'll copy that. And we'll paste it on those. Oh, that one's still a blueprint. So we'll have to do that again in a sec. Oh, another raid. Alright. They're attacking immediately. It's again the bringer of the Messer. What have they got this time? We have a wooden club. We have a steel club. We have a pillar. And a wooden club. And some more people down here, actually. You've got a great bow. You've got a great bow. Okay, everyone. Defensive formation. Geez, we've still got so much stuff that needs hauling. Boomalope leather tribal wear. So, standard positions. Haxton. There's Arc. Pan. Hammer. Lachi. Kit. And Steven. Release training has been successful on the wild boar. I don't think it has a bonded person yet, so we'll keep it with Arc. Cool, we can see them already. Right, you're actually still alive. Let's have a look. What have you got? Reasonable at crafting. Steadfast. But you are slow as all hell. And you don't have a thumb. You might bleed to death before the combat is done. You're dead. Unforbid the weapons. Right, yeah, they are going. What are you like? You're pretty good at shooting. In fact, you're good at most things, but and a hard worker, and you're gay. Well, there's no problem with that at all. I think we're actually going to rescue you. So let's undraft, capture, strip this one, and the rest of you can get to work. Yeah, they are just going to bug out. And this is going to allow us to move the weapons out of here, which will make things a little bit better for general storage. Ooh, an exiled researcher. I wonder if we'll be able to trade. Death in 4.2 hours. We're just going to let you bleed out. Let's get that ticked off. Well, with that raid repelled, I think that's probably a good point for us to finish that episode there. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. And yeah, our colony is surviving. We are thriving. We are doing quite well. So join me again next time for some more RimWorld. I'll see you soon.